thanks. Like, hey, Scoob, did you hear Nikki Blake is hosting a Scooby-Doo panel? No. Yeah. Like on today's Scooby-Doo episode, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy meet Nikki Blake. Yeah, and a Scooby Panel. Like, we need to get this puppy started. Okay, Nikki Blake, take it away, Scooby-Doo.
Welcome to the Scooby Panel. I'm your host, Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com, and today we're doing our very first in-person panel. Yay! We are here in Indianapolis. We came here to check out the Scooby Museum, or the Children's Museum exhibit, and we got to meet everybody for the first time. So we're going to talk about how we met, and before we do that, have everybody introduce themselves, and Devin, we'll start with you.
I'm Devin Smith. I'm a miniature artist, so I basically take really big stuff and make it really small, and I'm also a big Scooby-Doo fan, and that's why we're here.
DANII.
I'm DANII MEGER. I'm a voice actor and the current Guinness World Record holder for biggest collection of Scooby-Doo memorabilia.
Cam.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron from Scooby-Doo Cameron Too. I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan and a big collector, and I'm just really happy to be here.
Shannon.
I am one half of that Groovy Scoobcast, and my best friend's a Scooby-Doo collector.
Derek.
Hi guys, my name is Derek Queen. Like Shannon said, we both host that Groovy Scoobcast, and I'm a lifelong Scooby-Doo memorabilia collector.
Alexa.
And I'm Alexa Lawlor, and I host the Unmasked History of Scooby-Doo podcast.
Awesome. It is so exciting to be here with you guys, to have finally gotten to meet you all in person. And DANII and I were the first ones that got to meet, and it was so cool. DANII, what was it like?
I was facing the wrong way, which was a great start. And then I heard my name, and I turned around, and then I abandoned my suitcase and ran. So that was really good. It's just, I don't know, it's so cool to fully meet somebody who you know really well, but like you just haven't seen in person. So that was just, I don't know, it's awesome. And it's also like really validating to like be with that person and realize, oh, we do get along and everything's cool and we all understand it and people get my Scooby references. Mint.
And then, yay! Oh my god! We made it! I know, and we have great timing too. Oh, so excited!
I'm so ready.
This is Mike.
Hi!
Hey.
This is DANII.
Nice to meet
How are you?
I just abandoned my bag. Got stuck. So I gave up.
And then Alexa came. Alexa, what was it like to meet DANII and I?
It was fantastic. You know, it's like a little bit nerve-wracking when you've talked to someone so much, but it's only been like through a screen. You don't know if the dynamic will work as well in person, but then it just seemed supernatural, like right off the bat. It was fantastic. It was really great.
I thought you would wear your Hextron shirt.
Yeah.
That's our giveaway.
Good to meet you, finally.
How'd you made it? Survived.
Likelies are ridiculous, but yeah.
Did it.
And then Cameron showed up and we left him at the airport, but we got to meet him. We got to meet him in the gift shop. Cam, what was it like to meet us for the first time?
Yeah, it's honestly amazing. You know, I've been able to connect with these people on social media and to be able to talk to them on Zoom whenever we do Scooby-Doo panels, and now to actually meet them. I mean, they're just incredible as much as they are over the internet in person, because we all get along. We love Scooby-Doo. We're just able to just get together and just do something like this. So it's incredible to actually to see somebody in real life and give them a hug and talk to them. So it's actually, I'm just incredible people. So.
And then,
And then look who I met. So anyways, hang on real quick. You guys, love y'all. How are y'all? My crew is here. Thank God.
And then we met Derek, Devin, and Shannon at the same time. Devin, what was it like to meet all of us?
Well, I mean, I kind of was the last one to meet everybody. I was a little late to the party, my apologies. But it was fun, you know? You guys were like, oh, Devin, are you gonna make it here before it's dark so we can all take a group picture? And I was like, heck yeah, I'm in the parking garage across the street. And then me and Tasha, my wife, she's here, say hi. we spotted you guys from across the street, and then we came across the skywalk, and it was just great to see you guys, you know, hugs and laughs, and it was just a good time, and it's been great being here for a couple days with you guys.
Session.
Hello. Hi, Oh my God, you're way taller than I was surprised by how tall you are too.
Hello. Hi. Did you think I'd be that tall?
I know.
Hi. Oh, it's so weird seeing you all in person. This is so weird.
Right?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Does cameraman want a hug?
Sure. Hey. How you doing?
Oh, should we hug the cameraman too?
Oh my gosh, what is this?
It's a button you might only be able to get tonight, so I got an extra one for you.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Derek, what was it like for you meeting all of us?
It was really neat because you know some of these people for such a long time in different contexts. You know, I've been following the ScoobyAddicts website since I was probably 11, 12 years old. I've been talking to DANII for several years after we met on Tumblr, and then, you know, the gradual people that I've met over the years as I've gotten more involved with the Scooby-Doo community. So yesterday it was like, I've been talking about it for months. Like, people have like heard me talking about it nonstop about how I'm gonna go and meet these people, and they're like, who are these people? I'm like, they're like me. We all collect Scooby-Doo stuff, or we talk about Scooby-Doo, or we're just enthusiasts about it. And being able to actually make it happen, like, you know, we kind of were joking about it in a way during a conversation, and then we're like, oh my gosh, no, this museum is actually happening. What if we actually make it happen? And it's both like exciting and also, in a sense, an accomplishment, because we all got to finally make it happen, and I think we all had a good time.
Derek!
How are you?
Good to meet you, finally! It's happening, it's happening!
Hey, Derek, how are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, I love everybody's outfits.
That's my husband.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Shannon, what was it like to meet all of us crazy Scooby fans?
It was really cool because, like, even just when we all went out that night and just like, got dinner and everything, it was like everybody just kind of clicked. And it's so weird because, yeah, it is like, you know, people have been talking online forever, but what's the in-person gonna be? So it was just really cool that we all clicked really well, and it flowed right off the bat. Like, we have been friends for years, but we have.
It is pretty crazy that a lot of us have talked to each other for years and have never met each other in person. So it was kind of scary in a way, because you don't know if you're really going to get along in person like you do through Zoom. But I think we all get along really well, and it's just awesome to be able to meet you and hang out for a few days. So it's really cool. Yeah. So the whole reason that we were here was because DANII had the great idea that the Children's Museum of Indianapolis was having a Scooby-Doo exhibit, and she suggested that a bunch of us come here and we get together to go see the exhibit together. And so we did, and some of us flew, some of us drove, but however we managed to do it, we got here and we got to hang out for a few days together. So it's very cool, very cool. And we appreciate Tasha coming, even though she's not on camera. and our cameraman is Mike, my husband. And we
Mike!
So we went to the Children's Museum of Indianapolis to see the Scooby-Doo Mansion Mayhem exhibit, which was really cool. And we're going to talk about what we thought of it. Alexa, What'd you think of the exhibit?
Oh gosh. Okay, we're starting with me. So I think that just walking into it for the first time was just like almost as if you're going home in a way, because Scooby-Doo is just such a part of my life, and I think all of our lives, that it was just like, oh yeah, there's Shaggy and there's Scooby and there's the Mystery Machine from the live action movie, which was just so cool because, you know, you grow up watching it and then it's like, I don't know why it's different when it's like right in front of you, but it's, yeah, very good. Top notch. 10 out of 10.
I think the museum did a really good job with this exhibit. I think Alexa said it really well, where like if you kind of feel like you're going home, because a Scooby fan will walk in there and they're just gonna love it. There's so much to see. There's so much to do while you're in there, like, you know, interactive wise. You know, you can kind of help the gang solve the mystery. From a Scooby collector's perspective, it's really cool seeing some of the cool collectibles and memorabilia that they had in there, and even some of the stuff they had featured in there, like artwork and the history. Like they went all out, I think, when it came to really making this an experience that a really seasoned Scooby fan would appreciate, while also at the same time catering to the kids, because obviously it's a children's museum. So balancing both of those and making it something that's suitable for anybody who likes Scooby-Doo, I think they did a really good job, you know, executing this.
Yeah, I think it was almost like walking onto the set of your favorite show, and then you get to play with everything. So it was a lot of fun, and it was really cool to see everything, because yeah, they did go all out. So they kind of like, they hit it where they knew that the adults were going to come out, so they gave us something to enjoy while also giving like a lot for the kids to enjoy too.
I think so much nostalgia ran over us Scooby fans. I mean, when you walk in, you know, the Mystery Machine's there from the 2002, 2004 live action movie. You got the music playing from the classic Scooby-Doo. And then something I really did appreciate in Mansion Mayhem that the Children's Museum did was they made it not only fun for kids, but for adults as well. And, you know, we're all adults here talking about Scooby-Doo today, so it was us walking in there, you know, I mean, it was, everybody was treated equally, and everybody was able to have a good time and to, you know, find the clues and like Derek said, you know, see the merchandise that was in there. I mean, it was such an amazing experience, and I think for us, you know, it's refreshing to see something that's really putting Scooby-Doo on a spotlight, because, you know, when you drive into Indianapolis, you see that big old giant sign that says Scooby-Doo's Mansion Mayhem, and it's exciting.
I think for me, I was super excited, but just walking in, I held it together until I saw Daisy Lights and then heard the music, and then I cried. I was just crying. It was good tears, to be clear, but it just got me because the whole theming was there, the ambience was there, there was attention to detail, like down to a newspaper being called the Daily Babbler, which is a reference to pup named Scooby-Doo. People who cared put this together, and you could feel that, and you could feel that everybody around was enjoying it. So not only you, but everybody else, people who didn't know Scooby, people who knew Scooby. It was just good energy and fun, and just meant so much.
Yeah, I mean, everyone kind of said it, like the nostalgia was real with the whole thing. It was basically like they took a Scooby-Doo cartoon and brought it to life. Like, what more can you ask for besides just walking onto the set of your favorite cartoon, you know? It was and seeing the Mystery Machine especially, I know we kind of mentioned that, that was like my favorite part. And are we allowed to give spoilers for the museum for anybody that hasn't gone?
Sure.
Okay. A couple parts that I like personally. They had the whole trap set up real life for the ghost of Mr. Hyde with a net on him and everything. Really cool. And I think we all learned a little bit of information. There was a Scooby-Doo episode that was not produced. I don't remember the name of it, but it had a pumpkin head.
It was Scooby-Doo meets the Pumpkin Giant.
Yeah.
And that was maybe my favorite part, was learning there was a Scooby-Doo episode that never made it, and I had no idea that even existed. Mm-hmm. And so that was just really cool to see, and it was just awesome to be there and like experience it all, you know? Plenty of mansion, not enough mayhem, but I liked it a lot. I'm sorry, everyone.
It was a really cool exhibit, and it was so awesome to be able to experience it with everybody together. It was just so much fun. They really did a great job. They put it together really well. It was interactive, so we got to have fun too. And what was nice is we went on adult night, so we didn't have to deal with all the little kids, but their fingerprints were still on everything. But it
Along
was
with
fun.
ghost fingerprints.
Yeah, right. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. And the Mystery Machine was one of the 4 Mystery Machines from the live action movie. It was pretty cool. We did come up with a few ways that they could have made it a little bit better, like maybe opening the doors of the Mystery Machine so you could see inside. That would have been cool. But yeah, it was a great exhibit, and like DANII said, the people that put it together, they actually cared and they knew what they were doing. So it was awesome. The Scooby-Doo Mansion Mayhem exhibit at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis was put together very well. We checked out the entire museum during the day on Friday, before the adult night festivities, and found the museum mascot just hanging around. The entrance to the Scooby-Doo exhibit had a huge picture of the gang in the Mystery Machine, and Mr. Hyde above the door. You walk through the cemetery gates to find some gravestones, and directly behind the gravestones was the Mystery Machine. This Mystery Machine was one of the 4 they made for the live-action movie. We were excited to see it, and posed for some pictures. For all you Scrappy fans, there was a nice little display just for him. For all of you that aren't sure about Scrappy, you can just make a face when you walk by. The original concept art they had was amazing. They had the pitchboard that sold the show to CBS, some of the original character concepts, a couple original concepts for the episodes, a storyboard from What a Night for a Night, and a pitchboard for Scooby-Doo Meets the Pumpkin Giant, which was never produced. The huge cutouts of the gang that you could take your picture with were so cool. You could take Dr. Jekyll's head off and put your own head there so you could be the villain. The museum was full of interactive displays that you can enjoy as a kid or an adult. The bookcase was super cool. If you get a chance to check out the exhibit, be sure to read the names of the books. There were pictures with eyes that moved, and some pictures had hidden objects behind them. There were a few suits of armor standing around. One was interactive, and you could try to scare the people that were standing next to it. You could play the Scooby-Doo theme song on the piano. There were some fun interactive games that you could play. One was called Zoinks, It's a Ghost! You had to match your body to the shape Scooby made in the wall. There was a STEM lab program where we got to solve the mystery of the haunted candy factory. DANII was talking to the guy that ran the program. He was impressed with their Scooby collection. And of course they had food-related activities too. We got to make a huge sandwich, which we attempted to make as high as possible, and we got to sit at the table with the food, which included pizza, ice cream, pickles, and potato chips. We even got to make Scooby-Doo buttons that we colored ourselves. We signed them for each other too. There were a couple of merchandise displays with some statues and other stuff, and one had a bunch of lunch boxes. And finally, there was the gift shop, which had a lot of Scooby Playmobil merchandise, books, socks, and hats and gloves. The window display was awesome with Shaggy and Scooby. The Children's Museum of Indianapolis made a great exhibit to honor Scooby-Doo. They really put a lot of thought and care into this. We as fans are very grateful that they did such a wonderful job. We all had an amazing time at the museum, and what made it even more amazing is that we got to experience the museum together. Mystery Machine. We got to go check out the Mystery Machine of Southern Illinois, which was so cool. Such a great experience. DANII, what were your thoughts on the Mystery Machine?
It was amazing to see it in person, because you see photos, but of course, like, that never does it justice. And like, as we pulled up, you could like see it through the trees, and it's just brightly colored and recognizable. And again, the details were awesome. The license plate was cool. There were little daisies on the ceiling. I love daisies, so that like totally sold me. And also like the intention behind it, because they talked about how basically most of what they do is charity work and stuff like that, like raising money to like help dogs and stuff like that. Like it just means that they love it and they use it for good things, and like they were cool enough to show it to us. Like it was just amazing. And being around a bunch of people who were geeking out as much as me, like we all took the same photo in it, and every time we were like, yeah, that's great, that's amazing, and it was the same photo like 5 times, but we're all on cloud 9 about it. So just driving around in it with the Scoobs, with the Scoob friends, just amazing experience. So good.
Cameron.
Well, it was great to see the Mystery Machine. This Mystery Machine was a Mystery Machine of Southern Illinois, and it was painted like the cartoon. You know, just the flowers, the psychedelic. I mean, it was really great. Being able to see the Mystery Machine at the Children's Museum, that was like, you know, from the live action movie, so that was more like the flames, that kind of style. So kind of going back to the 70s original, like Where Are You cartoon Mystery Machine style, that was really special. It was just a great experience being able to take pictures with the Mystery Machine. We actually got to, you know, get behind the wheel and, you know, take pictures there and, you know, open up the doors, see inside, see how much detail they put into the Mystery Machine, you know, and just the owners that owned it, they loved it, you know, they own the Mystery Machine because they love it, and they love the Scooby-Doo very much. So that was cool. It was cool to actually just meet another Scooby-Doo fan, you know, talk to them and actually get to, you know, see a real life Mystery Machine. So it was an amazing experience.
I think that one of the things that I'll never forget about going to see the Mystery Machine is when we pulled up and we all gasped at the same time when we saw it. Yeah, just the vibrancy of it against like all the trees in the park was just so cool. And yeah, being able to actually go inside the Mystery Machine, get a quick ride, and all of the detail that they put in, like everyone said, it was just, I don't know how many times I can say that it was so cool.
It's the Mystery Machine.
How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you finally. It's been a minute.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
This is my wife, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. I'm Cameron. Very
Hi,
nice
Cameron.
to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yeah.
Alexa.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to
and
meet
Danny.
you.
Nice to meet you all.
And that's
Nice to meet
my
you.
husband.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you
Taping
too.
today.
But yeah, you guys take a look all you want. I mean,
We're all over the place.
yeah.
How long have you owned this for?
I think I've had about 10 years, I believe.
Oh, that's really cool.
The vinyl is starting to show its age a bit. It's supposed to be 7-year vinyl, and it's been about 10 years, so it's starting to fail in areas.
And
But
now we can put my sticker on the back. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
So cool.
Wow. Do you take it out all the time or just for like events?
mainly events. It stays in a garage for the majority of its life.
He won't let my dogs ride in our other cars, so this is, if we're going with the dogs get to go in this van. And they ride on top of the, what is that, the engine well, the motor, that's where they all ride at.
So cool. So cool.
So it's full of corgi glitter in there. Perfect.
Love corgis. I really appreciate like driving this way.
It was my pleasure.
It was no big deal. When he said where you were coming from, I'm like, when we camp, this is where we camp at. So we love this park. Other than there's no signal in there, it's just missing. So.
So much detail to it. It's awesome.
Oh, this is amazing. Got out of everybody's photo. we took a little road trip from Indianapolis to meet up with Brent and Brandy, who own the Mystery Machine of Southern Illinois. I've talked to Brent for years and had hoped that one day I would be able to meet him and see the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine of Southern Illinois is a 1967 A100 panel Dodge van. Brent is the second owner of the van, which he bought off of Craigslist from the original owner who hauled tires in it. We had all access to the Mystery Machine. We got to take pictures with it, we took a ride in the Mystery Machine, and we got to sit in the driver's seat. Even though we didn't get to physically drive it, sitting in the driver's seat was amazing. It's so cool that they put a ScoobyAddicts sticker on the back of the Mystery Machine. I love that the tires have flowers on them, and it even has mystery ink on the license plate.
Hey, Brian. We're in the van.
We're in the van!
Riding in the Mystery Machine was a dream come true. The interior was decorated so nicely with all the colors of Scooby-Doo, and they had a bunch of Scooby-Doo merchandise inside. The lights added to the experience. I think we were all on cloud 9 sitting in that Mystery Machine together.
We should have hired somebody to dress up and like jump out in the middle of the road. Solve a mystery.
I mean, there's a costume in that.
Yeah, that work.
We even did a Scooby snack taste test with Brent. So we're going to be taste testing the Scooby-Doo grams. We're going to do the honey, the cinnamon, and the chocolate, and we're going to figure out which one is the best.
Which one are we starting with?
Let's start with the honey. Honey?
Right.
Honey is in the Ziploc bag. All right.
Honey time?
Not bad. I like the honey.
I think it does sort of taste like a honey gum.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Approved.
That's good. We're good.
All right. Next one is going to be cinnamon.
Okay.
Try not to explode them.
Yeah.
Classic.
I was about to say.
Tastes familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just used to cinnamon. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I like the cinnamon ones.
We should make s'mores out of these. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and the chocolate.
Moment of truth.
Strikers.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh no.
Really good.
Wait, I have to choose a favorite?
Yeah, you gotta figure out which one you like best.
Oh no, I might have to eat more.
I don't like chocolate, but I like this, weirdly.
Yeah, the chocolate's not bad. That's not bad.
Like, it's not super strong, which I like.
I might have to go with the honey though as my favorite.
Like, in terms of, like, graham cracker, that feels the most graham cracker.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we always had cinnamon, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but and honey was good. Just didn't have a lot of flavor. I think the chocolate was my favorite. So.
I'm gonna have to go with the old traditional cinnamon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're a little bit split, but whichever one you choose, they're really good.
So go eat them.
Eat
Yes.
them all.
Buy Scooby snacks always.
A huge thank you to Brent and Brandy for meeting up with us with the Mystery Machine. This was such an amazing experience and so awesome that we got to do this together.
Typical mystery machine.
So long.
Bye. Cam, quick, chase it.
Nikki, come back.
We got to ride about 6 miles in the mystery machine. We got to sit in the back, and it was pretty hot. We were sweating to death, but it was totally worth it. We all agreed that if we died at that moment, it would be fine because we'd be dying together and happy in a mystery machine. But it was really cool. One of the things that Brent, the owner, said was he asked me if sitting in the mystery machine and going for a ride was equivalent to being locked in the garage when I got the Scooby wardrobe, and I actually did think about that when we were in the mystery machine. So yeah, but it was definitely much cooler than being locked in a murder garage. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing when they're like, oh, do you want to take a ride in the mystery machine? And all of us are like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'll take a ride in your strange car. Like, no problem.
Yeah, we did just jump in the back.
We did.
And
Just
drive
driving
into
through
the
the
woods.
woods.
Yeah.
The dark woods.
No cell phone signal.
Yeah, no cell phone.
I don't even think I had my phone. Well,
I went over a sketchy bridge.
No
not dead.
questions asked.
We're not
Yeah,
dead.
we just enjoyed the experience.
So he didn't even have to offer you candy. It was just
No,
We
Yeah.
all just willingly
Get in,
went in
yeah.
that mystery machine. They shut the door and they drove off with us in the woods.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
That's right. Yep.
But it was great. It was amazing. I couldn't ask for better people to have experienced this with. So it was again really cool. This has been just such an amazing weekend. We've had so much fun. Yeah.
No, you got me. Wow. Of course.
Regardless, Cam.
I just asked.
it's like a beach day on the first day of summer vacation.
Did you have any questions about the mystery machine?
None that you're gonna want me to ask. I was
Just
gonna ask how it smelled. It smelled like the 70s.
Well, I wasn't there during the
honestly, I
70s,
can't
so.
smell anything because I haven't been able to smell since I had COVID.
Okay.
So
It
what
just
is
kind of
Anyone
smelled
else?
like an old man.
I just,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it-
Taking away the magic.
fine.
Smell like flowers and sunshine.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Like
Thank you.
Groovy daisies.
Yeah, groovy. Smell groovy. Was there shag carpeting?
There was.
Yes.
There
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
Was it orange? What color was it?
Yes,
It
it was
was
orange.
orange.
It has to be
It's like I was
Orange,
there.
yellow.
Derek, any questions?
I didn't have any questions.
Shannon?
No.
Tasha?
How fast did you guys go?
I don't know. We were
Not-
sitting in the back, so like we couldn't really.
You weren't,
there
like,
was no
slamming, though.
like bench seat. We were sitting on the
On the
floor
floor.
basically.
Yeah.
There was one part where
Sorry.
we like went down the hill onto a bridge and it was like got
Scary.
rowdy.
You're
Well, no,
like-
it's fun.
Fly in the bag.
It was pretty fun.
But you see, you're going
Yeah, you're
downhill.
like, yeah.
At that point, you can because like before that, all you could see is the tops of trees. But here, you
Oh, you can
see
actually
you're
see.
going down, and you see there's water, and you're just like,
Hopefully something
Wait, yeah,
catches
what's in
me.
water? Scary. Was there a kitchen in the back or?
No.
No.
Missed opportunity.
Especially for like Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
a sandwich making table.
That's all the questions I've got.
You came prepared.
I totally did.
So we're going to talk about what our favorite moment was from the weekend. And Alexa, let's start with you.
Ooh, there's so many, but first of all, just meeting you all in person for the first time is absolutely up there for favorite memory. I don't know, like I've either talked to you for a year or two or followed you for years and forever, And just being able to spend an entire weekend talking about Scooby-Doo is probably going to be up there for the best weekends of my life.
I would say that two of my favorite things about this weekend, one being the Scooby-Doo meets the pumpkin giant thing. I love fun facts like that when it comes to Scooby-Doo. You know, we share it on the Scoobcast all the time. So information like that is just so interesting. I remember even this morning laying in bed at the hotel and I was Googling it. I was trying to find evidence of this like being common knowledge. Nothing on the internet. I had never heard of it before and no one ever had. But you know, my other moment that I think really speaks to us all meeting for the first time and stuff is going to dinner after we were done at the museum that night, and we're all just having a great conversation and we're cracking inside Scooby-Doo jokes. Like, you know, like I love being in a group of people who get that sense of humor and are like, oh, I get what you mean. You know, like Alexa, Danny, and I are making a joke about Velma from What's New Scooby-Doo episode because we all know it, and that I can't relate to that in that way to any other people. So that's what really made this weekend special.
Yeah, I was gonna say dinner afterwards was so much fun. I was like sitting right in the middle of the table, so I was like bouncing between all the conversations, and I was like, everybody just got along really well, and it was amazing. For the museum, the one specific moment I remember is when I figured out that you press the book in the bookcase and then it drops down, and I was just really excited by that.
I think for me it was when we first stepped into the museum, you know, seeing just all the adults and all the kids in their, you know, their Scooby costumes and Scooby shirts, and it was amazing to see like how much detail they put into this museum. And I don't know, it's just, you know, I've always seen other cartoon characters in my life like always featured in something, so now like getting to see Scooby-Doo like prime time, like, you know, featured, it was really, really cool. And so it was just, I felt at home because I was around other Scooby collectors and fans, and it was exciting.
Yeah, for me, I would say that the moment we first walked into the exhibit itself, we were like kind of in a line, and all of us at the same time went like, oh. And then we were all like taking photos, and then we heard the music, and all of us were like, ah! And like looked at each other, and like it was amazing to just have that moment not only like mean so much, but mean so much to everybody at once. And you could see everybody having a good time, everybody else. So just that, I don't think I can forget. It was so awesome.
For me, I'll be honest, I loved Scooby-Doo just as much as everybody else, obviously. And, you know, when you guys brought up, Danny, when you found out about the museum and brought it up, we're like, oh, let's all get together and go to the museum. And like, I was excited to go to the museum, but the real reason I came was just to like meet you guys, really, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, yeah, I was excited to see everything and all the fun stuff, but like, we've been talking, and like, that's the same reason I do the panels. It's like, yeah, let's talk about Scooby-Doo, but also I get to like talk to really fun people online, and like, getting the chance to actually meet you guys in person was just like a real treat. So, especially last night, getting to go out and like have some dinner and have some fun and like get to know each other like more personally than just like over Zoom. You can only get to know each other so much, and like texting online and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You can only get to know each other so much. So actually getting to like talk in person and like make informed like inside jokes.
Cherry's going blind.
Yeah, it's just a different scenario. Like the fact that we can all laugh together is different than like waiting for delays over Zoom to laugh together and talk like that. It's just nice to be in person and like actually like just be here with everybody, and that's what I like most about it.
Yeah, for me it was definitely meeting everybody for the first time. It's so cool to have this experience, just to be able to hang out with people that I've been talking to on panels or just talking to for years, and now here we are, like we're together in the same room, which is just so surreal. And you know, we're gonna leave tomorrow and it's gonna suck, but I'm excited that we're together now, so it's awesome. Yeah, it definitely my favorite part, and sharing all of the Scooby stuff together. Because, you know, who better to share the museum with and the Mystery Machine with than people that actually understand your love of Scooby-Doo. So, yeah, it's a great weekend, and I don't want it to end, but reality will have to happen eventually, so.
And I would also add just like the teamwork and supportiveness of the group as well. Like in the museum, mostly like, oh, did you look over here? Did you see this little detail on the bookcase? Or, oh, did you see that there's a clue over here? And then we also got a chance to go check out a couple of antique shops, and instead of, you know, fighting each other to the death for the scoobs that we found, it was like, oh, do you have this? No, I don't have that. Or do you want to get it? Because neither of us have it, but no, totally, you take it. It's all yours, which was just really nice.
Yeah, there was no competition between any of us. We all just got along. You know, we accept the fact that we each have our own thing that we do within the community, and we support each other. So there's no competition. Like, there's no jealousy. We're all happy for each other, and it's great. I think that's why we get along so well, because we are so supportive of each other.
We all exchanged like stickers and everything.
There was a mass sticker exchange. Did you get a sticker? Yeah, it was great.
All right, does anybody have anything else that they want to add?
I appreciate all of this.
Yes. Yes, you guys have been great.
Yeah.
I love
Really.
you guys.
Yeah, aww. Someone had to say it. Aww. And if you've never tried cherry Coke with a lime in it,
Cam will tell you. This guy right here.
It's the best. Give it a shot.
We had to sneak it in there.
Yeah, obviously. It's a big part.
I just want you to put like an animated one. Just sliding.
Just like
across
sliding across the table.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we are going to wrap up. Before we do, I will have everybody let you know where you can find them on social media. And Alexa, we're going to start with you.
You can find me on Twitter at UnmaskedSD, on Instagram at UnmaskedSDPodcast, or at UnmaskedSDPodcast.com.
You can find That Groovy Scoobcast on Facebook and Instagram at That Groovy Scoobcast, or Twitter at Groovy Scoobcast.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Scooby and Cam, or on Facebook at Scooby and Cameron.
You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at MasqueradeSFox, and my website, DANIMeger.com.
You can find pretty much me on every social media site. Mainly Instagram is where I post stuff at awesome__thanks. And then you can also find some of my artwork on Etsy at Awesome Thanks Minis.
And you can find all of my links at ScoobyAddicts.com. Thank you so much for joining us for another Scooby Panel.
Spirit fingers!
Oh my god. Beautifully done.
We did it!
Yeah, we're here. We did it. I was laughing. Alright, get in there. You go.
Okay.
Get in. Yay. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for tuning in to another Scooby Panel. I'm Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com. If you like these panels, please subscribe to my channel for more great discussions. A huge shout out to our patrons, Carson Maitland-Smith, Scooby-Doo of Roblox, and Ruth Elliott Hillston. If you would like to support the Scooby Panel, please go to patreon.com/ScoobyAddicts. A very special thank you to Guinness record holder and Scooby fan DANII MEGER, Alexa Lawlor, host of the Unmasked History of Scooby-Doo podcast, Cameron Bates from Scooby-Doo and Cameron Too, Derek Queen and Shannon Downey from that Groovy Scoobcast, miniature artist Devin Smith from Awesome Thanks, Devin's wife Tasha for hanging out with us, and my husband Mike for recording video and taking pictures throughout the trip. Scooby and Shaggy were voiced by Scott Innes. Check out Scott's website, onescottshop.com. Scooby Panel is available in podcast form on most podcast platforms, or as a web series on YouTube. Scooby Addicts artwork by Will Davenport. Video editing by Nikki Blake. Music composed and performed by Bovine Nightmares. Please join us next time for another Scooby Panel.